good morning. It is Wednesday. If you're like me, the days are just kind of rolling together all in one. But I want to welcome you here for another day of core. So, welcome to the distance. And if today is like anybody else, your garbage got switched to today, and if it happens, I probably have to go grab my dog. In just a second. Alright, I'm going to take that off. That was a lovely back noise that we didn't need. So anyways, again, welcome. Today is our core strength day on the distance, which is Atlanta Track Club's hub to help you keep healthy and safe during the social distancing time, which we all hope is coming to an end soon. But these videos probably will not come to an end. We hope to keep things going on the distance. Every week we add things, we add content, and we continue to add all sorts of stuff that you guys hopefully are checking out. If not, go to thedistance.atlantatrackclub.org and you can find all sorts of fun information. We have classes every day right now at 7 a.m. They used to be at 8, but now they're at 7, so if you're tuning in and you haven't been here in a while, yes, we're an hour earlier. And I'm here to teach you core strength training on Wednesdays. And if anyone's there, just say hi, and let's get started in just a minute. We'll let people catch up, grab their coffee, whatever they're doing. Hopefully you're hydrating, because it's starting to be more humid here in Atlanta. But what we're going to do is we're going to spend about 5 minutes warming up, 20 plus minutes doing core exercises, and about 5 minutes cooling down. A little bit of time to answer any of the questions that you might have. And during this time, I'm going to add modifications. So we're going to have modifications the entire time. Good morning, Amari. Thanks for coming back. We're going to have different modifications, and I want you to stay in the range that does not cause you any pain. Good morning, TJ. Hopefully Zoe's doing well. Gabby might bark at the garbage people that come by later today, so maybe Zoe will wake up. But again, stay in your range of motion that does not cause pain. Today we're going to try to do a little bit of a higher tempo than we've done in the past. So if you've done modifications, we're going to run through those a little quicker during each one of them. If you want to add more reps or more time, then go and do the exercises while I'm also talking about modifications. Alright, so join me every Wednesday at 7 a.m. for the next few weeks. Hopefully we'll continue to do this. The office will close down for a week for the summer, and we'll make sure to let you know when that happens. So again, let's get started with some exercises to warm everybody up. We know you probably just rolled out of bed, or if you are a morning person and you got up and ran, let's still get you warmed up a little bit before things get started. And yes, we work the arms because the core is actually all the muscles from your shoulders to your waist, so we get everything moving from the shoulders to the hips before we get started. And I like side bends because people don't do them very often anymore. Alright, now we're going to roll the hips around, open those up, and just roll them around. We're going to go both directions. You can pick clockwise, counterclockwise first, whatever you want to do. If anybody else is there, let me know, and we will get you started today. If you don't get up at 7 and watch us live, you can always come back and watch us later. Go round and round each way. Now we're going to do leg swings. You need to hang on to something, hang on to something. I have my map of the national parks here, which I hope to get back to seeing sooner than later. Hopefully things will open back up. I'm sure everybody wants to get out and about. Memorial Day weekend, I can't believe it was already here. And June is right around the corner. Seems a little bit crazy. So we did leg swings, now we're going to do hurdle step overs. So you're just going to step over, bring the knee up and around, up and around. Here we go. Nice. Now we're going to stretch the hip flexors. So the leg that's back, the arm is going to go straight up. I'm going to push the heel of the hand to the heel of the foot. You're going to feel that stretch right here in the front. Nice push. There you go. again, that heel goes back, the hand is up, and you're gonna push straight through and feel that stretch in the front. If you need a little bit more of a stretch, you can always turn and lean over just a little bit. That's gonna bring the stretch up a little bit higher. If you're feeling anything on either side, stretch it again. Make sure you're really stretched out this morning. So again, we're going to try to do a little bit more up-tempo today. I don't want to scare you away though. Welcome, welcome to those who are just joining us. So again, I'm going to take you through modifications through each of them. If you want to add a little bit more variety, you can try all the different modifications. If you want to add a few more reps, then do the exercise while I talk about modifications. The first modification that I always talk about is to wear shoes or not. I usually don't. Not wearing shoes adds a little bit of instability to all the exercises that you do. So if you don't wear shoes, it adds just a little bit more difficulty. So it's up to you to keep them on, take them off. I usually take them off. Who doesn't like to be barefoot in the morning anyways? You might have to put your shoes on, take the dogs out, but you can take them off now and we can get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is go through a few of the plank exercises, and hopefully you're getting a little bit better at this. Now remember, you want to have a flat back, engaged core. You want to make sure that we're not lifting the butt up or letting it drop. The first thing with the modification that you do is start out on your knees and feet up. Otherwise, you're coming up here, your shoulders are stacked on top of the elbows, you have a flat back, and you're really engaged. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold this for 30 seconds, and we're going to do 2. And we're just going to do 15 seconds in between as a rest. So again, nice flat back. If you need to come down for a modification, then you're going to come down for a modification. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get started in just a little bit. You have about 10 seconds to get yourself ready. And we're going to get started. Ready? And go. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. All right, you want to make sure you're totally engaged with that core. Head should be down and flat. You should be able to put a broom on your back, and it should touch your head, your thoracic spine, and your low back. All right? And we only have 6 more seconds left. Look how fast that went. 3, 2, 1. Come down. We're going to rest for 15 seconds. That's it. We're going to go back up for another 30 seconds. Again, if you need a modification, go to the knees. But you have 5 more seconds. Take a deep breath. We're going to do this. And 1 second. All right, we have 30 more seconds here. Again, you want to engage that core the entire time and not let the hips drop or not let them push them up. All right, you are about halfway, so if you need to go down to your knees. You're doing great. All right, you have 10 more seconds left. If you went down your knees, try to come back up. You have 5 more seconds left. And 1, here you go. Down we go. Nice. Good morning to those who are just joining us. We've only done 1 exercise, so let's keep going. The next one is a little bit harder. It's a supine plank, so you're going to be on your back. And we only hold this for 20 seconds. We're only going to do 1 of these. If you have any hamstring or Achilles issues, you can sometimes feel this one. So you want to be really careful in doing this. So modification would be just coming on our heels and pulling up. But a supine plank, you can also have shoulder issues. If you have that, then be really careful. Then just do the regular plank. So again, we're going to do 20 seconds. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, push up. All right. We want to make sure that our hips stay flat. We want to make sure we're not rocking back and forth. Make sure we don't dip. You're halfway. If you have any hamstring issues, you're going to feel this one. All right, you have only 4 seconds left. 4 seconds, that's it. And drop. Nice. And we only do 1 of those because sometimes the shoulders and hamstrings usually have issues, and it's not the easiest position to hold sometimes. Now we're going to do my favorite one. My favorite one is the lateral plank. I don't know why I like it better than all the others, but I do. So this one we're going to hold for 30 seconds, and we're going gonna do 2 on each side. And for the second set, we're gonna add a little bit more fun, all right? So, we're gonna go in about 5 seconds. The lateral plank, there's a couple different modifications. The first one is being on your knees and pulling up. The second modification is coming up on the elbow, putting one foot in front of the other, but really keeping that hip high. But holding a lateral plank is having the feet stacked. You can have the arm here, you can have the arm up, whichever one you want to do. If you want to get real fancy, you can even hold the leg up, all right? But we're going to do 2 on each side for 30 seconds. And we're going to go in 5 seconds. So get yourself ready, decide which modification that you're going to do. 1 and go. Again, if you want to get fancy, you can hold it here. But either way, you want to make sure we don't fall over. All right. If you can't hold it, come down to modification because you're halfway. All right, make sure to keep that hip up. And you only have 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now we're going to flip to the other side. I'm only going to give you 15 seconds to flip to this side. And again, we're going to do 30 seconds on each side. Good morning to anyone that's joining us. All right, you have 3 seconds to get yourself ready. And up. All right, again, modifications on your knees or feet in front of each other. If you want to get fancy, again, you can lift it up and hold. Great job. You are now halfway. So if you need to add a modification, let's do that. Great job. Keep that hip up. Really try to keep that shoulder over that elbow, nice and stacked. You have 5 more seconds left. Great job. And down we come. All right, so now we did 1 set on each side. For the second set, we're gonna add a little bit more fun. Right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna still do the lateral plank. Again, the modification is on your knees or stacked in front of each other. For the modification for this one, I'll show you that once we get started. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the lateral plank for 30 seconds. However, we're gonna add a leg lift for this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift for 10 and then hold, here or here. For the modifications, if you want, you can come up on the knee and just hold. You can also raise, or you can bring the knee back and forth. All right, whichever one you want to do. But we're going to hold this for 30 seconds, but we're going to add 10 leg lifts. We're going to go in 5 seconds, so get yourself ready. And go. All right, so we're going to lift in 2, 3, 4. I know you're starting to feel this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now we're halfway, so you just hold. You can hold down here, you can hold up. You got 10 more seconds left. Great job. 5, 4, keep holding. 2, 1, down we go. A little bit extra there. So when the elite team does this, they do 10 lifts on each side for the regular plank, the supine plank, the lateral planks. So they add a little bit of difficulty instead of just holding. We're doing about 10 seconds. Again, we're going to hold for 30 seconds, but we're going to add the 10 leg lifts on this side as well. You have about 3 seconds, 2, 1. We're going to hold for 30, but we're adding the 10 leg lifts. So here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that, we're halfway. You need to keep the leg down, keep it up. You can go down to modification. You now have 5 seconds left. Great job. 2, 1, down we go. That might not be your favorite now after I added the leg lifts, but the lateral planks are still my favorite. Again, we're going to keep the up tempo going, and so this time we're going to do a plank, but we're going to do scapular crunches with those. We're going to do 10 scapular crunches, and then we're going to finish out holding the plank for 60 seconds. All right, so again, we're just adding a little bit to this. Again, for the plank, if you need a modification, we're coming down on our knees. You can still do scapular crunch on your knees as well. Scapular crunch, you're pushing up through the shoulder blades, pulling down, up and pulling down. We're gonna do 10 of those. We're gonna hold for 60 seconds. So whatever we got left after those 10, we're gonna continue to hold. And we are gonna go in about 5 seconds, so get ready. All right, got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, up on a plank. And we're gonna do scapular crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now we're gonna hold. Try to hold for a minute. If we can't, you can come down for a modification. Do about halfway. So if you need a modification, come on down. Everyone's doing great. All right, 20 seconds left. Make sure you keep that core nice and tight. 15 seconds. Those last 10 seconds, try to come back up if you're going down. All right, we have 7 seconds left. Keep it tight. 2, 1, and 60 seconds. Oh, I'm starting to sweat today. Hopefully you are too. All right, next we're gonna go and do some things that people think are more core exercises. We're gonna start with the flutter kick. If you're a swimmer, you'll like these. If not, that's all right. Flutter kicks. So we're gonna start down here. We're gonna do 30, but the way to do it is shoulders up, feet a little bit off the floor, and we're gonna kick. We'll do 30. Modifications, keep the shoulders down, bring the legs up, touch the floor. You can also bring the shoulders up and touch the floor as well. A higher kick is usually a little bit easier on the back. So remember, stay in the range of motion that's good for you. And we're gonna do 30 flutter kicks. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the core tight. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Take a rest for a second. Great job. If you need to stretch your back during any time, bring the knees up, rock it back and forth. That'll help stretch out the back. You need to rotate it side to side. Let's do that. Now we're going to roll over and we're going to do back hypers. Now the modification for this one, you can just do alternating. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, the face will be facing down, but opposite arm, opposite leg. With the arms, you can keep them wherever they feel the best. Some people like them out straight, so they'll bring arms up, legs up. Some people just do the legs. Some people have the arms back here, whatever works. But we're gonna do 20 hypers, right? And then we're gonna take a break and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, really squeeze when you come up, 16, 17, 18, almost done, 19, and 20. 20 hypers, very nice. Next we're gonna roll back over and we're gonna do bicycle abs. Some people like to do them really fast. I like to do them a little bit more Pilates style, a little bit slower. So again, a modification will be knees up and bring the elbow to the knee. The other way to do it, you can leave the feet on the floor, bring opposite arm, opposite knee. To add a little more difficulty, keep the feet off the floor and come to each side. All right, with these, we're gonna do 30 bicycle abs. All right, we're adding more, and we're trying to keep the tempo up, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the core tight. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Great job. All right, now we're going to go into another ab, and this one is called the split crunch. The modification for this one will again be keeping the feet on the floor and the knees up. What we're going to do is we're just going to bring opposite hand to the opposite foot, or both hands up to the foot. Now the other way to do this is keep the feet on the floor, bring hands up to the leg up. To make it a little bit more difficult, you can keep the feet off the floor the entire time, but remember to go with whatever range of motion works for you and is not hurting your back. So we're going to do 20 of these, whichever modification you need, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we're halfway. If you need to hold up here. 11, 12, 13, I know it's getting hard. 14, 15, 16, we're so close. 17, 18, 19, last one, and 20. All right, you're probably starting to feel that. We're gonna flip on over and do some more hypers. So with working the core, again, it's the muscles from the shoulders to the hips, and you wanna make sure that you don't just work the front, you wanna work the back as well. So that's why we do sets of hypers. That's why we do the planks, because the planks work everything from the front of you. The supine planks work the back, and the lateral planks work a lot of the side. So now we're gonna do 20 hypers again. And roll on over. Again, whichever modification that you need, let's do that. All right, 20. Are we ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really squeeze to the top. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. Really squeeze to the top. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Great job. Let's stretch that out a little bit. So we're going to stretch the back. So put knees shoulder width apart. Really push that your glute back. Hands forward. Really stretch. You can pull it to each side. You can come stretch on each side like this. Come around. All right, great job. The next one is called the side crunch. So we're going to be on our side. We're going to have one arm down here on the floor. It's kind of a balance, but we want to make sure we don't put all of our weight on this arm. So modification for the side crunch, we just bring one leg up and leaving the other down. Remember, the way to do the side crunch is making sure you're on your side, not rolling back. You want to stay here, this arm on top, and we're going to try to bring the knees up and crunch down. Again, the modification is one knee. Making it easier is keeping the feet on the floor. Adding a little difficulty is keeping the feet off the floor. And we're just going to do 12 on each side. All right, make sure that you're not moving your head around too much. All right, and we're going to do 12 on each side again. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. We're going to flip on over to the other side. Here we go. If you're finding that you are a little bit weaker, maybe less coordinated on one side, you're going to know to try to work that side a little bit more than the other side. It's also good to keep track and see maybe if you're getting better or not on each side. All right, again, we're going to do 12 and go. 1, some holds with the hypers. So every time we come up, we're gonna hold for a couple seconds. I'm not gonna tell you which one we're gonna hold on, so we're gonna hold every now and then, all right? So, you're gonna come down here. Again, if you need to do alternating, but every now and then I'm gonna give a number and I'm gonna say hold, and you're just gonna hold it up at the top. When I say make sure to squeeze, you wanna make sure that the glutes are squeezed, you wanna make sure everything is nice and tight. So we're gonna do 15 hypers, but every now and then I'm gonna say hold. So here we go. And 1, 2 and hold. There we go. Hold, hold, hold. Down. 3, 4, 5 and hold. Hold, nice and squeeze. And down. 6, 7 and hold. There we go. Down. 8, 9, 10 and hold. Hold, hold, hold. Nice and tight. Job. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and hold. Here we go. Hold, hold, hold. And nice. All right, let's go back and stretch our lower backs again. Push it back. Again, if you need to come around and stretch each side, let's do that. Great job. Roll it out if you need to. All right, next we're gonna do the bird dog, which is on our hands and knees. We're gonna make sure our back is flat, we're not rotating back and forth. We'll make sure the core is nice and tight. And for this one, we're gonna bring opposite arm, opposite leg, and bring it back down. Modification for this would just be one arm at a time, or the leg. All right, right now we're gonna just do 6 on each side, and then we'll add a little bit more difficulty in just a second. All right, so here we go. 1, 1, 2, 2. Keep the core nice and tight. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Last one. 6. All right, so now we're gonna do 3 on each side, but this time we're gonna try and draw a square with the arm and the leg. You're gonna feel a little bit off, because if you don't get this square down right, you're gonna feel like you're not sure what you're doing, okay? So this is just about a little bit of balance, coordination, keeping the core nice and tight. So again, we're gonna do 3 on each side, and we're gonna try to draw 2 squares on each side. So bring the arm up, leg up, and try to draw 2 squares, and bring it down. Again, up, try and draw 2 squares with that hand and leg, back down. Number 2, 2 squares. Second one on this side, 2 squares. Third one, 2 squares. Third one, 2 squares. For this one, if you want to try just doing the arm or just trying the leg, try that. See which side might be a little bit easier to hold, and then work on that side in the coming weeks. So maybe next week you're a little bit more coordinated, or you're able to hold it a little bit longer. We're gonna end with another one of my favorites. It's a lateral handstand plank. And we're gonna hold 20 seconds on each side, but this week we're gonna do 2 sets. So 20 seconds on each side. The second set, we're gonna make it a little bit harder and see what you got today. All right, so again, lateral handstand plank. We're gonna come up, we want our shoulder underneath our hand, and you can either hold like this. We wanna make sure they have a nice straight line. You can either hold the leg up, or you can do leg lifts, whichever one you wanna do. We're gonna do that for 20 seconds. All right, and I'm gonna give you about 5 seconds now to get yourself ready. And 2, 1, and hold whichever way you need to. Remember, we're gonna do 20 seconds. Great job. Hey, good morning, Dana. All right, you have 10 more seconds. You've got this. Here we go. You do leg lifts, make it fun. without falling, and 20 seconds. All right, again, we're gonna do 2 on each side. All right, I'm gonna give you about 12 seconds to get yourself ready. Again, we're gonna add a little bit of difficulty to this. You have 4 seconds. Here we go. 2, 1, up we go. Again, we want a nice straight line. We want to hold everything up, hold everything up. You can do leg lifts. All right, you are halfway. Three, 2, 1. Great job. All right, now I talked about adding a little bit of difficulty to this second set. Again, with modifications, if you need to come up, you can be on your knees, you can be here, you can also be here with legs in front of each other. That's the different modifications for that one. Again, the second set, we're gonna add a little bit of a difficulty. We're still gonna try to hold for 20 seconds. You can either keep with the modification and on your knees here. You can do this one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit. So this one, we're gonna try to be here. If you can, don't do it if you can't. We're gonna try to bring elbow to knee. All right? We're gonna try and again, hold for 20 seconds, but if you wanna add the leg lifts or elbow to knee to make it harder, let's try that. And again, it's just 20 seconds. If you need to do modification, again, the modification for this one would be here. And you can still bring knee to the elbow for this modification. And trust me, that's just as hard coming from that angle. I'm probably gonna go on this side since I've already been up on that arm. All right, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, up. All right, if you wanna try, bring the elbow to knee, bring that elbow to the knee. We just actually started this one with the elite team in the last week. And you only have 7 more seconds left. Again, you can also hold or do leg lifts. Whichever one you like. And down. Great job. All right, last one for today. See whichever one you can hold. 20 seconds. If you want to do knee to elbow, do that. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Up we go. Again, if you want to try knee to elbow, again, we just started this with the elite team a couple weeks ago. I'm sure they thought I was a little crazy. Trying this new one. All right, you're about halfway. Hold if you want to hold. I think holding is probably harder, honestly. And down. Great job. So was that harder? Adding the knee to elbow, or was it harder to hold? That'll be the question for next week. Do we have any questions this morning before we start with the cool down? Again, with these, I would do core at least twice, up to 3 or 4 times a week, depending on what else you're doing. The prone exercises with the planks, lateral planks, it works everything. It's not just doing the normal sit-ups, because our core, again, is everything from the shoulders to the hips, and it helps to stabilize you, not only when walking, but running, and just everything else in life. It's best to have great posture during the day if you can. Make sure to bring the shoulders down. Again, if you want to come back and watch this later, you can add reps, you can add time, you can do exercises while I talk about modifications. There's a lot of ways to do this to keep yourself moving and to add a little bit harder to this exercises. All right, let's get some stretches in while we're here. Let's pull those hips back, really stretch out the lower back. And bring the glutes down in between the feet. Try to pull those arms out. Just rest that head down. Really push back if you need to rock back and forth. Reach out. Now we're going to come to each side. Stretch that out a little bit. Let's rotate to the other side. And stretch it out again. And let's come flat down. And push push-up. And pull that head back. Really stretch through there. All right, let's come to our hands and knees. Let's drop everything down and raise everything up. Drop it down. Raise it back up. And let's pull back one more time. Really stretch it out. Good morning, anybody that's joining us. We are stretching to finish it out. If you want to stretch the hip flexors from here, you can stretch it while on the knees, if that hurts the knee, and just come up and do the hip flexor like so. Okay. I use 2 mats when I do this, mostly for my hands when we're doing the planks, and for my knees when we do things like this. And switch to the other side, really push through. Again, if this hurts your knee, come up and do it standing or halfway standing, but stretching out those hip flexors. All right, let's stand and do some side bends, just to stretch this out as well. Thanks to everybody that came today. I will see you again next Wednesday at 7 a.m. And let us know if you are enjoying the classes. Let us know if you like the variety. Let us know if you want to change things up, if it needs to be harder, easier. Hopefully each week you're getting a little bit better and modifications. You're trying new things, maybe trying a few of each, whichever works. Again, keep track of which side might be better than the other side and really try to work that side. And some days, if you are not there, really focused, it can be harder, especially the ones where you're balancing on the side. So if your mind's not focused, it could just be that you're just not really in the moment. I know sometimes when I do exercises and I'm not in the moment, it seems a little bit harder than it usually does. So again, come back and join us at 7 a.m. Tomorrow, you have Rob, who will be doing some drills. And actually, next week, I will probably do Rob's class as well. Hey, Germania, hello, hello. Next week, I'll probably be doing Rob's class because he's going to take on the running challenge. He's going to do a really big run on Wednesday next week for Global Running Day. So I will probably take his class the next day because I'm not sure he'll be walking so well. So you'll be able to see me twice next week, so that'll be really fun. You'll be able to see me next Wednesday and Thursday. Again, next week is Global Running Day. So start thinking now, go to atlantatrackclub.org and pick a challenge that you want to do to help us get all the miles that we'd like to get on Global Running Day. So June is right around the corner. Let's everybody stay safe, have fun, let's continue to be active, and go to atlantatrackclub.org and pick your challenge to help us get all the miles we want to get on Global Running Day. Again, thank you for joining me today for CORE. Every morning at 7 a.m. we have somebody here doing great classes for you. Come back and see them, see Rob tomorrow, and get all the drills that you need to make you a more efficient runner and walker. Thanks again. Thanks everyone for joining us, and I hope to see you next week, hopefully next Wednesday and Thursday. Thanks so much, everyone.